Hey kids, gather round, gather round. Sit down, sit down. It's bedtime story time. Time to get tucked in, time to get comfy. It's story time, let's go! Black and beautiful bedtime stories. Ooh, black and beautiful bedtime stories. Ooh, black and beautiful bedtime stories.
Good night, my beautiful boys and girls. Thank you so much for curling up with me this evening for Black and Beautiful Bedtime Stories. It truly fills my heart with joy to share these special moments with you. As you get ready to rest, remember this. You are loved. You are powerful. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, just the way you are. Carry that truth with you into your dreams and into every new day. Please be sure to join us next week and every Sunday in February, right here at 8 p.m. for more stories and a reminder of the beautiful you. Until then, sleep well, dream big, and always remember, you are beautiful. You are bold. You are brilliant. You are Black. You are original. Good night.
Hello everyone, I am Audrey Robinson and I attend St. Luke AMEZTV Church in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Tonight we are going to be reading Seven's Heaven, written by the Tarvia Parish, illustrated by Sangria C. McCombs. So let's get into it. Hi, I'm 7. Well, I'm not 7 years old yet, but my name is 7. Anyway, there are many new things happening in my life, and my pastor, Reverend Arrington, said I should talk about it with a trusted friend. So friend, I am going to share my story with you. Aunt Ella said Mommy will have to go away for some time, so I am going to live with her for a while. My younger brother Jake will stay at home with Grandma Hazel. Aunt Ella lives out of town and pretty far away from the rest of the family. I don't want to leave, but Aunt Ella and Grandma says it's only until my mom comes back home. Our drive to Atlanta didn't seem too long. Aunt Ella and I talked about the new school I would attend. She even said I could visit World Coke, the King Center, and the Georgia Aquarium. Aunt Ella sure can talk. She wants to know all about me. She asked what I wanted to be when I grow up. She asked about my favorite foods, books, toys, games, and TV shows. She wanted to know everything. I wanted to ask her why couldn't Jake and I stay together, but I thought that wasn't a good idea, so I didn't ask. Friend, do you think I should have asked her? Well, in my opinion, I think Seven should have asked her. I mean, I call my mama every single day, so I don't think there's anything wrong with asking why you couldn't stay together with your family. If I could, I'd be in college with my sister right now, so in my opinion, she should have asked her. After our talks in the car, she still hadn't reached her home. I was getting tired, but Aunt Ella said she bought a special CD just for me. While I read the song titles and shouted what songs were next in order on the Cedar Mount Kids Gospel list, Aunt Ella and I sang the songs over and over, and sometimes with movements until we reached her home. As we turned in the gate, I read the sign aloud, Fulton Cotton Mill Lofts. I knew Fulton was a county in Atlanta, just like Duval at home in Jacksonville, but I did not know about a cotton mill loft. I asked Aunt Ella what was it, and she explained her home was remodeled, but used to be 9 historical industrial buildings that were working factories for cotton. I told her my teacher, Dr. Clark, said, although I was a first grader, I read on a second grade level, but I didn't know anything about cotton mills or historical or industrial buildings. Aunt Ella said I was going to learn all about it after our tour and my daily homework sessions. I questioned Aunt Ella with a funny face. Homework? She didn't respond, but looked down with a yes grin. I was sorry I read the sign aloud. Dr. Clark also told me I need to learn when to talk and when to be quiet. Aunt Ella is a teacher too, and there is nothing she likes more than learning and sharing new things. And now she wants to do it with me. Geesh, I should have listened to Dr. Clark. Friend, what kind of homework do you think she'll give me? Oh my gosh, y'all. I hate homework. I hate homework. Being in college, I already have a ton of homework. And now Aunt Ella gonna give her more homework on top of her school? But I will say, after homework, you do get better, and your mind gets rejuvenated, and you go into school knowing more than you knew last week. So I guess Aunt Ella is okay. We walked inside. While making our way to Aunt Ella's place, she explained she only had one bedroom in her home, so I wouldn't exactly have my own room, but my own space. Aunt Ella said because the apartment rooms were above the original factory floors, they were considered lofts. But within her loft, there was a small area above the main floor that was my own personal space. I was used to sharing a room with Jake, who I always caught going through my toys. So I smiled and thought, it may be nice to have my own. We made it inside her apartment, and while standing in the door, I could see my space. The walls were a light sky blue, and there was a small window with 4 squares. I loved it. I shouted, "It looks like a way to heaven!" Aunt Ella giggled. Well, it's your heaven, Seven. Let's call it Seven's Heaven. Friend, does that have a little ring to it? I think she ate with Seven's Heaven. If I could name my space something, what rhymes with Audrey? Audrey. It's okay. Y'all think of something out there, but just know she ate with that. What would yours be called? Seven's Heaven had a twin-sized bed with my favorite color sheets, pastel pink. There was a bookshelf with a few books and 2 clear pink plastic trimmed drawers for foldable clothes. Aunt Ella said I would have to hang my Sunday best and school clothes in her closet. The floors were made of wood, and a small crack in the floor was covered with a pink oval-shaped rug. What I liked most about the room was the light I turned on and off by pulling a dark gray string hanging from the ceiling. "Dinner's at 7, Seven," my aunt said with a wink, and I smiled. She wasn't funny, but I got the joke. I relaxed for a while in my space. Isn't it cool? I think it's cool. I remember when I moved into my dorm and I had my own space away from my family, I was so excited. So I can only imagine what it feels like to be 7 right now. Before dinner, we called Grandma Hazel and Jake to let them know we made it safely. I wanted to tell them I missed them, but I only said I love you. I thought me missing or saying I missed them would upset Aunt Ella, but when I heard Aunt Ella tell Grandma Hazel, "I miss you and I love you," I wanted to shout it too. Friend, do you think I should have shouted it? I think so. Like I said before, I call my mom every single day and tell her that I love her. So if there was ever a chance that I didn't tell her, I would be regretful. So I know how 7 feels. And if you ever have a chance to tell your family that you love them, say it, because you never know what's going to happen. We ate my favorites. The menu was steamed cabbage, mac and cheese, baked chicken, and cornbread. Aunt Ella told me because I was unpacking, she would permit me to skip out on helping to prepare the meals, but the next time I would have to set the table and help cook dinner. I asked her, "What is permit?" She said it was another word for allow or let. Did you know that? After I nodded that I now understood permit, she said she would wash the pots and pans, but I was responsible for washing, drying, and putting up the dishes. My other responsibilities included keeping my heaven clean, collecting the garbage and sending it down the chute, sorting the laundry, and dusting every other week. So friend, you've got it. Yep, now I have chores. Friend, what are your chores at home? I know for me being away from home, I thought I would have less chores, but I actually have more. College, you have to do your own laundry. Sometimes you gotta cook your own food, and no one is telling you to study or when to do your homework. So those are my chores. What kind of chores do you do? She asked me what did I think, and although I wanted to complain about dusting, I said, "I wonder what I'll have to do when I turn 7. She laughed, but I was not kidding. Then she replied, "Be as beautiful as you are now." Me? Beautiful? I liked her words and couldn't help but blush a little. Over dinner, we talked about my new church, Shaw Temple AME Zion Church, and my new school, Cleveland Avenue Elementary School. Aunt Ella said I would meet new friends in both places, and she was sure I would like them. I just hoped she didn't spend all week in church like Grandma Hazel. I wanted to ask her, was she a deaconess or on the stewardess or trustee board, or even in the choir? Because that's what has me and Jake at church all week and at all times of the night with Grandma Hazel. I usually have to finish my homework in Reverend Arrington's office. She didn't say much else about church, so I didn't ask. I just hoped. Ooh, do I know how 7 feels. Being a PK, you be the last one to leave the church. You got to go to all the Bible studies, all the checkup meetings, all the Sunday schools, and they always ask you to do a scripture and a prayer, but it's okay. They do that because that's how you're going to grow into the person that you're supposed to be and to learn how to serve the church. So it's okay. We'll be at the church all week if we have to because we're going to grow from it. Trust me. Before bed, Aunt Ella read me a story about a little girl who was starting the 1st grade. Aunt Ella said Ruby Bridges had to be very brave in her new environment to make a difference in her own life and in the lives of others. Aunt Ella said she wanted me to do the same. She also said Ruby Bridges has shared her story and she wants me to someday share mine. Aunt Ella knows I want to be a writer. I told her I wasn't sure if I could integrate a school, another word I learned, but I would try to do something extraordinary. She rubbed my hair and gave me a warm and wet kiss on the forehead. I liked it. We said our prayers, but as Aunt Ella prayed, she said she hoped to be a good role model for me and a light for our family. I felt very special and said a little louder than usual, Amen! Friend, do you know anyone who prays for you? For me, I have my friends, I have my family. You have to have your village. Even the teachers in your schools and your mentors at church, you have to have your village to cover you and to put that praying covering over you. So who in your village prays for you? In bed that night, although I tried really hard not to, I cried. I couldn't help it. It just wouldn't stop. I thought about Mom. I thought about Jake. I thought about Grandma Hazel. I thought about all of my friends and everyone else who I would miss in Jacksonville, Florida. I just couldn't get my mind to stop. I said, stop, mind, but it wouldn't. It just kept going and going and going. Minds can do that, you know. Aunt Ella heard me crying. She came to my heaven with a handkerchief she said Grandma Hazel gave to her when she went off to college. I told her I was sorry for being noisy and waking her up, but she didn't want me to stop crying. She wanted me to get it all out, and she said if there were any questions I had or anything I wanted to say, I should ask or say it. We even made up the code word coconut cake if there was ever a time I needed a special talk. Guys, it is okay to cry. It is okay to have down feelings sometimes. It is okay to feel that way as long as we have people there who are able to lift us up so that we don't stay in that place. Mental health is so important, so don't forget to talk to the people who you trust about your feelings because it is okay to have them. The next morning, I didn't feel great, but I felt better than last night. I said to Aunt Ella, "Thank you," and she smiled and said, "I am your Aunt, Seven, and we are family." I knew this all along, but at that moment, I realized I was very blessed to have Aunt Ella. Friend, who is in your heaven? Like I said before, everyone in my heaven is my village, whether that's my friends, my sister, my mom, even the new friends that I've met in college. All those people are in my heaven. Why? Because they lift me up to be better than who I thought I could be. Thank you, everyone. I was so lucky and so privileged to have read to you this evening. I hope that you guys have a great night. Goodbye.
Black and beautiful bedtime stories. Ooh, black and beautiful bedtime stories.
Hello everybody, my name is Ellis Dogby and I'll be reading you a special book by a living legend we have in America today, titled Whatever Happened to the Boy Who Played Basketball All Night, written by Jim Blissett III and illustrated by Manuel Nieto. Let's get started. Whatever happened to the boy who played basketball all night? No need for other toys, just his dirty shoes, an old rim, and a dim little light. Jump shots from the corner, layups from the left and the right. Whatever happens to the boy who played basketball all night? I know he was definitely making some swift shots from the corner, making clean lays and some good jellies too. His mother flew across oceans to chase her dreams and to find joy. He sometimes felt sad because his father also left when he was a boy. Whatever happened to the boy who played basketball all night? It must have been very lonely playing basketball alone without his parents there. He imagined his dad grabbed the rebound as his mother cheered from the crowd. Taking shot after shot, he found helped him smile whenever he frowned. Imagining his parents cheering from the sideline, imagining his opponents standing in front of him and probably crossing their ankles. Whatever happened to the boy who played basketball all night? He always imagined his father was a king far, far away. You must be smart to be a prince. So he would do his work before he would play. Math, science, reading, and art he studied before basketball would start. I definitely know my favorite subject is math. I love numbers. What is your favorite subject? Whatever happens to the boy who played basketball all night? Sometimes he felt odd and all on his own. Then basketball brought him friends and he was no longer alone. He kept good grades and became a really good leader. He was not only good at defense off the court, he was also a great reader. Did he give up on his dreams because he started studying a lot? I hope not. Basketball kept him healthy and gave him all the tools. Get plenty of rest, eat well, and be on time to school. Whatever happens to the boy who played basketball all night? He must have been growing up by now. He studied the law and fought for the people. He taught about hope and wanted everybody to be equal. He lived in the big white house behind the iron gates and became the 44th president of the United States. Whatever happened to the boy who played basketball all night? Have you guessed, boys and girls, who the book is about? That's right, the Barack Hussein Obama, the 44th president of the United States of America. His fun fact is that his father is from Kenya and his mother is from Hawaii, right? That makes him part African, just like me. I'm originally from Ghana, so shout out to all my people in Ghana, right? And whatever happens to the boy who played basketball all night, after all his studying, after all his persevering, he became a president. Just like you, just like me, whenever we put education first, we can do so much to help so many people, right? But whatever you're doing to have fun now, don't forget about it, right? During hard times, that's what's gonna help you push through. What do you do all night, boys and girls? Put it in the chat. But for now, see you soon.
Black and beautiful bedtime stories. Ooh, black and beautiful bedtime stories.